guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another 3 in 30 alphabet challenge. Today is K, so we're racing through the alphabet. Didn't know what to do for K. My initial thoughts were kitchen towel. I didn't know what I was going to do with kitchen towel, and yeah, I still not too sure what I would have done with it, to be honest. I kind of had a bit of a play. It wasn't particularly usable or anything else. So thank you again to all of you lovely people who made kind suggestions for the letters of the alphabet in my giveaway. And thank you, or thanks to you guys, I now had an idea for K. So kites is the idea that I'm going to go with. I never would have come up with that in a million years. But brilliant idea. So obviously I had a look on YouTube and, you know, kind of had a think about it. And actually for the first time in these alphabet challenges, I actually did make a mock-up of the items because, well, 2 of the items anyway, because I wasn't too sure how I was going to actually go about doing them. So yeah, let's get cracking. If you want to join in with me today, what you're going to need is some old book page. So I've just got here the remainder of a book that I can just tear out and use as I wish. You're going to need some patterned paper, so you know, just scraps or anything else really. You may want some lace or some string or both, and we're going to make also paperclip. The paperclip was inspired by Emily from M. Ephemera's Treasures, so I will try and remember to link her below. If for any reason I forget, because I'm terrible, by the time that I've uploaded the video, it's obviously hours after I've filmed it. So yeah, if I forget and you're looking for it, please let me know in the comments, and I will obviously then link her channel. She did a fabulous kite journal, and she had some fabulous kite paper clips, so I'm going to try and emulate those in some form. Yeah, so you're going to need the book page, the paper, paperclip, some string, maybe some lace, maybe some bows, teeny little bows to go on your paperclip. Obviously you can just make your own. Maybe some ink. What else did I use? I used some Martha Stewart butterflies. Again, if you don't have those, I mean, this is just purely for decorative purposes, so whatever you would like to decorate your things with. And obviously you will need your scissors and your glue. You will need some plain paper actually as well, so patterned paper, plain paper. Yeah, I think that's it. I've got my wipe here ready, so let me get my phone. Hold on. Right, let's get the timer going. And again, I'm going to try and keep it in view so that if you are actually, you know, doing the challenge along with me and you want to glance up, you can obviously see that. Did I say ink? Ink if you'd like to use ink. Okay, so ready, get set, craft. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to make, we might as well make the paperclip because obviously we just talked about that. So all I'm going to do is get some card. Again, you know, doesn't matter what card you're using, but just any piece of card. Now, how I made my kite shapes, actually that's not going to work, that piece, so hold on. Oh, this is not a good start, is it? Right, let me find a better piece of card because I just thought that one's going to crack a little bit if I attempt to use that. Did I use this? Yeah, I did use this for my last piece. So, right. Okay. Now, how I found the best way to make my kite shape was bend the fold the card in half and then just snip along to make your shape. Okay, so you should have hopefully something similar to that. just going to move my bits and pieces out of the way. Now, at this point, it's completely up to you how you do it. Now, because I'm not a big fan of measuring, if you watch my channel a lot, you'll know that. I actually just find it easiest to just glue all the pieces down and then trim the back. I know that that's not how everybody would do it. You know, some people are very, very accurate with their measuring. So I'm just going to marry this one up with some book page. I am not accurate with my measuring, and to be honest, I'm more likely to muck it up doing the measuring than doing it in this slightly strange sort of way. So just going to cut that down. Whoa. Okay. So again, all I'm going to do is place my glue just approximately where, you know, to the middle, out to those pointy edges. So that's the first one. Just dab it off with my wipe. And obviously you can turn it over at the back just to check how in line with the corners that you are. And then this one here. I might just trim this slightly because I want to make sure I've got those roses in there. Oops. Okay. And again, you can just flip it over and just check how you are lining up with your corners. Yes, so back to thanking everybody. I really must say thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant suggestions. And I know that I've said this a few times now, but I just want to reiterate that the only reason I'm not saying thank you to individuals for these suggestions, you know, if you happen to be one of the people who said kite, I don't want to miss anybody out, because obviously a few people may have said the same thing. I don't want to kind of list, you know, 3 people and then miss the 4th person, if that makes sense, because I would hate to offend anybody. So again, just take that to the back so that you can just check out how you're doing for lining that up. And then you've got your final piece. So I'm just going to cut that down here. Cut that down. Oops. Not very straight there. Oh. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, can you see that I've now cut that and it's not quite going to the edge, but that's fine because I can trim my kite down slightly in a moment. Okay. Yes, so that's why I'm not thanking individual people by name, because obviously, you know, I really would hate to miss anybody out, and you know, I really was very grateful for all the wonderful suggestions. So thank you if you were somebody who said kite, and thank you anyway. You know, it's purely that obviously I can't take everybody's suggestions, and I think I said this before as well, but I mean, some things they're just not within my capabilities to do. You know, some things I might not have the materials, I might not have the knowledge, things like that. So, oops, if I didn't, or if I haven't picked your suggestion, it's not because I didn't like it. I did like all the suggestions. Right, so there's our kite shape. And then what I'm going to do is just take another piece of card. So again, I just have a quick hunt on my desk and just get a piece of card. Just take this. And then I'm just going to use those, like, they're big envelopes, they're big paper clips, but you can get bigger ones actually, you know, the ginormous ones, they're not those. And then I'm just going to glue that to the side just there. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to pop, I think, some string coming from my kite, or now I had some lace which I used just now for my mock-up. What have I done with that? Let me just try and find the lace that I had just now. Oh, isn't this just typical now? I can't see it anywhere. And the worst of it is, as soon as I stop the video, it will be there, right in front of me. Right, there we go. Got it. I knew it was there somewhere. Oh, I don't think I've got enough left of that. Right, I'm going to use... Oh, maybe I have. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for this. Actually, I'm going to glue that to the front, so that's fine. Right, so I'm going to glue my paperclip on, but actually before I do that, I'm just going to ink this up slightly. Now at this point, what you could do is obviously stitch around this on the sewing machine. I'm not, obviously, because my sewing machine is not here, as you know, but that would look gorgeous. And the reason I say that is because on my mock-ups, I stitched around one piece, which I will obviously show you in a moment. So, well, you know, at the end of the video. So you can see the difference that it makes being stitched. It really does look really cool. Very, very good. So, yeah, probably the stitching is something that, you know, you may well want to do if you've got a sewing machine and you feel that way inclined. Right, so again, I mean, obviously I've got glue seeped out all over the place, but it doesn't matter because we're just trimming this off now. And again, I'm aware that this is not how a lot of people craft. You know, this is how I find it easiest, because then I don't get het up, you know, with measuring and getting things wrong and things like that. So for me, it's easiest just to cut around. I know exactly where then I need to cut. You know, there's no mistakes there. So I like doing it that way. Right, got that piece. Now the next thing I want to do is, I've just got my little tray of bows. Let me just find one that's going to complement that. So I think I have this one. These are just some bows that I've hand stitched. I like to keep plenty of bows in my stash because I do love using bows. And I'm just going to take my fabric glue. Come on. It's actually not fabric glue, it's 3-in-1. And I'm repeating myself now because I've done another video recently, but I'm not sure which one's going up first, this or that. But I happened to see a video by Nick the Booksmith, and Nick was saying that the glues, you know, really she thinks are kind of pretty much the same. And this just happened to be a bit cheaper. I'm going to put that to one side to dry. Now the next piece, quite excited by the next piece. This was the one that I really had to kind of test out by doing the mock-up. So, right, I'm going to take 3 sheets of book page, like that. I'm going to cut my kite shape. Like that. And then, I mean, obviously, you know, kites come in all different shapes and sizes, don't they? And when I was looking at, what do you call it? You know, tutorials and ideas, there were a huge different variety, to be fair. And some were much more square than others, you know, some were longer. So it's up to you how you do your kite shape. Now I'm just going to glue mine down like this. Now this is the one that I've stitched around on the sewing machine, which I will obviously show you at the end. And this will require sewing even if you didn't stitch around the end, which you will see why in a minute. So I'll just stick that down. Okay. So that will go like that, and actually I just bring it in slightly there. Just was looking a bit of a strange shape, I thought. Right, okay, so now I just want to choose what patterned paper I'm going to have with this one. I really like the polka dots, but I'm not sure that I've actually got enough to do the other side. I should have actually. So again, all I'm going to do, is glue this one down like that. Oops, nearly went wrong. Okay. Like that. And again, you can obviously check over the other side that you've popped it in the right place. How are we doing for time? 17:12 we have left. Right. So that's that piece, and then here I just trim that piece down. I'm going to pop that there. So, and again, these are quite a good use of scraps, because obviously, you know, you can see how titchy these bits of paper were, and they were just floating around on my desk. And yeah, they're just perfect for making these kites. So they're quite a good use of little paper scraps. Okay, so then you want to obviously cut that down. Now on the one that I made earlier, what I did was I just stitched a zigzag stitch across the middle here, and that looked really, really, really nice. So I would highly recommend doing that. Again, obviously I'm not doing that because my sewing machine is not here, but it did look awesome, and yeah, I would really recommend doing that. Right, I'm just hunting now for some coffee dyed paper now to put on these triangles. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of fold that down, and then to save me cutting twice, this is just obviously some paper that I've you know, used for something else, and now I've kind of finished with it and probably won't really be likely to use it again. So I'm going to do it like this. So I'm taking my triangle, and then what I'm going to do is, if I move it out, can you see it's out a little bit, and then just cut around that. That should give me my basic shape. Like that. My basic shape for my triangles. Oops. Oops. Leaving a little edge. Can you see that? So, you know, I just find that quite a quick and easy way to do that. So I'm just going to glue these down like this. Oh, come on. Ugh. Okay. So again, just spread that nicely. And then the other one. Okay. Oops. Okay, So obviously spread that out. Right, so there are your little journaling spaces, which are really cute, aren't they? And then what we're going to do, we'll just ink this up. I'm just inking it now before anything else. So ink the back, because when we put it together, we're making a little pad here. So then the pad obviously will be openable, and then you would see that underneath book page. So that's why we've inked there. Right. So if I show you how this is going to look, basically, let me pull in the one I made earlier just to demonstrate. So I zigzagged across here, so across this middle bit. I also then stitched all around the edge. And then what I did was I stitched right down the middle, attaching it to the underneath piece. So then you've got little flippy up pieces on either side, just for journaling there. And then I just stitched on, not stitched, sorry, I just glued on just a piece of lace kind of trailing like the tail of the kite. So let me see how this would look, because I don't appear to have any more of that other lace. I mean, I have, but who knows where it's gone at the moment. So like that. If I just, oops, trim that down. Just make it slightly narrower. Don't want it too narrow because it will just break in half. But so when I stitch that, you see, and then I can obviously glue this in, or I could even stitch it in there, might be quite a good idea. So let's do that here. Like that. Oops. And actually I just thought, wish I hadn't done that, so I'm just going to wipe that glue off. I'm going to stitch it underneath. Oh, now I'm using the wrong glue. Like that, to the very underneath, because this would effectively be glued onto the page, which was why we didn't bother doubling up the book page. So that's that one. I'm just going to pop that over to one side. Okay, so the final one, now this is the one I haven't practiced. Oh, by the way, I just want to add one of those Martha Stewart butterflies to the first one that we made, because I did that on the first one and it looked really cute. So just pull that back in, and then we'll just ink up the butterfly like that. We'll just pop that little butterfly on there. Okay, how cute is that? Right, that's that one done. Now the final one I have not done a mock-up of, so this is very much going to be trial and error. Let's really hope it's successful, but who knows, it may be, it may not be. So I'm just going to take this card, because this is already here, it's already folded, and obviously my time is ticking away, so I can't really afford to waste more time. So I made a very square looking kite there, so let's just cut that in a bit. Okay, that's a bit better for a kite shape. So again, just get some paper and what have you, and do your, you know, decorating of the kite. So again, just like that. Okay, so that's that one. Oops. And as I say, these would look super cute stitched as well. You know, obviously I just haven't because of my sewing machine, but I know that's just like a scratched record, but I'm really just emphasising that they would look really good. you know, stitched. Okay, oops, I'll cut that straight. I'm getting frantic now. Oh my gosh, look at my cutting. Getting frantic now because obviously the timer's sat there ticking away. And as I say, I haven't tried this one, so this is very trial and error-ish. Let's hope it works. Okay, so that's that one, like that. Okay, so we're just going to cut that here, like that. Okay, and then take some patterned paper, anything at all, you know, anything will do, just whatever you've got laying around. So now I'm having a look and, oh gosh, I mean, I have got paper galore, but now I'm not going to be able to find any. Come on. Trying to find something that's thinnish, because otherwise this is going to be quite thick, because that card is quite thick. Perhaps we'll have this. Yeah, let's just go for that, because I just haven't really got all day to be dilly-dallying with my decisions. Okay, so I just pop this down like that. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Oh, if you're joining me in the challenge, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm finding these really fun. I know I've said this every single time and you're probably fed up with hearing it, but they're so taking me out of my comfort zone, because normally I'm a ditherer and kind of, you know, ponder around, oh, shall I have that? Shall I have something else? This is a really good exercise for me to stop me from doing that. I'm not saying it's necessarily carried over into my crafting generally, but this is really good. I mean, I'm down to like 6 minutes 24 now, so really can't afford to be mucking about at all. You know, it's just a case of now crack on as quick as you can, which, you know, there's something quite fun about that. Okay, so there's my kite, my basic kite. And then what I thought we could do, if I bring my book back in, just going to take a couple of pages from the book and I'm going to glue them together. So I'm going to go quite close to the edges. Oh, 5.5 minutes. It's getting tight, guys. Oh my goodness. So I'll just go all over that. I mean, again, this is where those glue sticks, I guess, would be really good. I mean, I've said a lot of times before, I haven't used glue stick for years. I'm sure that they are really good now, but I just haven't retried them. So it's probably high time that I did, to be fair. Right. Let me get my card for spreading. I'm just going to spread the glue. Okay, so what I thought, if I'm going to just trim this down a bit at the edges just to tidy it up a bit, and so it's not so wide, obviously. Oops. Oh my gosh, look at that timer now. Ooh. So what I thought was we could have this as a folding flippy type piece with the kite as the closure. So I'm just going to trim this a little bit because it's you know, because it's old book page, it's slightly damaged. And then I'm going to take some coffee dyed paper again, so I'm just going to bring that scrap of paper back in And again, I'm just going to cut like that. Oh gosh, now it snipped straight into the page. Oh no, I didn't. It's a miracle that I didn't, but I didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that down about here. And then I'm going to cut it here. Like that. I'm going to pop that in there for some journaling. So again, we'll just glue that on down. Okay. Oops. Haven't made a very straight job of that, but obviously the time is ticking by, so I didn't really look at it closely enough to notice that, but anyway. And then we're going to just pop some here. So again, I'm just going to trim that across here. And then here. Oh my gosh, look at the time now. 2:28. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we'll just pop this one down. Put plenty on there. Okay, and then, oops, pop this one down. Like that. Oh my gosh, look at the time now. Ah, it's 1:50. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh, this is just horrible. Right, horrible, but in a good way. Oh, now I've got my text upside down. I thought I was being so good. Not doing that, and I have done that. Never mind. So what I thought, we'll just decorate it up a little bit, and then we'll have the kite here as the stopper. So I'm going to glue the doily down first. I'm going to ink this up. Oh, come on. Right. Going to pop that on there like that. So again, what I'm going to do is kind of go up like that, so as I know roughly where to apply the glue. Like that. Press that down. Now obviously I need to decorate that kite, so let me just ink the page up. Oh my gosh. Right, so quickly grab some lace. I've got the rest of that little skinny piece here that we cut just now. Okay, I'm going to pop that on here. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my gosh. So this one does that same weird volcano-y thing too. Right. Okay. And then I just want to get a bow for that, so... Oh, now I've run out of time. That's okay. So we'll say stop. Oops. Okay, all I'm doing now is quickly looking for a bow. Nope, that's definitely not the right colour. I think I'll have to go for one of these. Yeah. So I'm just going to go for one of those. So again, oops, just glue that with that fabric glue. That's what do you call it? The 3-in-1. So I'll pop that on there. Again, I might just pop a little butterfly or something on there because they just look really good on there. So I'll just take that one. Oops, ink that up. Have you noticed how gradually as the weeks have gone by, I'm now cheating more and more? Because I'm just blatantly now carrying on, even though the time has gone off. But I can't help it. I just can't help myself. Ah, right, okay. So all I'm going to do is finish that off with just a bit of lace trim. I might even just use this, to be honest. Maybe a piece of doily or something. To be honest, I don't think it even needs the doily. I think just the lace trim will do. And the other reason why I'm doing that is because obviously I just want to reinforce this edge, which seems very, very flimsy. So, oops. You know, by doing that, it's just helping that edge a little bit too. Okay. I mean, sometimes those book pages, they're just like that, aren't they? And they're very fragile. So I guess, you know, that's just one of those. And I might actually glue it right the way around the back, because then that's just going to reinforce the hinged part as well. So we'll just go over there like that. Oh, come on. Okay, so then that just tucks in behind the kite, like that. And obviously you could just add some bling or something. You could add some, yeah, whatever you like. So I'm not going to do that because I feel I've cheated enough now. I must have clicked reset, and so I don't know how much I've gone over by, but it must be about 3 minutes, I'm sure. So, oh my gosh, look, that was that lace that I was looking for just now. It was just there in my lap all along. Oh well, never mind, we got there without it. So, you know, we didn't need it. So let's pull in the pieces that we made. You know, as I say, I mean, thank you so much for joining me. If you crafted along, that's fantastic. If you did the challenge, that's fantastic. If you didn't, that's fine too. Obviously, I realise that this is not for everybody, especially the timer. So, you know, it may be that you want to do the pieces, but you don't want to do the timer, and that's absolutely fine too. Right, okay, here's the pieces that we've made. So this is our book page flip up. So you've got obviously your kite piece here with this gorgeous then lace hanging down. Now obviously you might want to put it higher up so you've got your lace then, you know, loose down the page, or you could obviously trim your lace off so it wasn't overhanging so much. And then that just then opens out and you've got your journaling space there. So really cute piece, isn't it? I mean, I never would have thought to use kites, but aren't they gorgeous? They might become something I like using on a regular basis, I think. They're really, really sweet. So that's the kite, the flip kite fold. Now, this one here is obviously the piece that I need to finish off at the sewing machine. So I'm going to bring in, obviously, the one that I have done just to show you how it's going to be finished off. So again, I'm going to just zigzag stitch across here, and then I'm going to stitch all the way around the edge. Then I'm going to put it here at the seam, or you know, the, what would you call that, the fold, and then just stitch straight down the middle. I will then pop sort of a bow or something here so it looks, you know, really pretty at the bottom. And then that's how your kite is going to look on the page. I'll just show you with the one that I have done so you can kind of get a proper impression. So I would then glue it down on all sides on this base piece, and obviously then you've got your journaling page here and you've got your journaling page there. And of course you could obviously as well put journaling in here. I mean, I haven't, because obviously you've got your bow here and things. It would be tricky to journal on there, but you could, you know, there's no reason why you couldn't. Yeah, isn't that really sweet? So I just really like how that looks. And then the final piece that we've got is the paperclip. So isn't that gorgeous? I mean, obviously the back's a little bit grotty, but you know, that's the nature of these. And this is a side loading pocket paperclip, so it just clips on the side there, obviously hanging down. And then you've got, let me see if I can find any sort of journaling card. No, not really. Well, I'll just pull this in and that would just clip obviously a piece of paper onto your page. So I hope that you liked them. Really had a lot of fun, and yeah, loved the theme of kites. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone who made those great suggestions. Thank you to Emily for your gorgeous kite journal that obviously inspired me quite a bit. Yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you'll all join me next week where we're up to L. So thank you very much, and see you again. Thanks, Anne. Bye.